We saw earlier an interesting way to break our application with by removing or renaming our database file. Even though Rocket regenerated a new file on startup, a new database, migrations were still missing from this database, which made our program crash. This is also going to be a problem when deploying our application, because it might be that when we deploy something, it contains new migrations that need to be executed. Of course, you can execute them manually, but after a while, this becomes a lot of error prone, let's say, especially if you need to do the deployment on multiple servers or multiple times. Then at some point you'll probably miss this manual step. So it is a good idea to embed migrations in our binary and have them always run on startup. To do so, we will use a crate which will help us with generating part of the migrations, and then we will use Rocket Fairing to start to run the migrations, to actually run the migrations on startup. The crate that gives us this embedding capabilities called Diesel Migrations. It's not included in Diesel, it's a separate crate, still 1.4 version. And then this crate will provide us with the macro. So we need to macro use up here when defining the dependency. And this macro now is called embed migrations. We can put it in here. There you go. This macro will basically generate a module for us, and we can make use of this down here in a fairing. So we will attach a new fairing, which is an ad hoc fairing. I will get rid of this error message. There we go. Now I can automatically import things. I don't need to look up the namespace of this fairing, and then I'm gonna make use of the try on ignite method of this ad hoc fairing. We'll give it a name, running DB migrations, and we will call a function here. This function I will put up here. It's gonna be an async function. It's called run DB migrations. So this async function will run during ignite before actually launching the rocket, you see. So we are igniting the rocket and we are launching it. If this function fails, launching is aborted, let's say. Otherwise everything goes on as usual. And we will try to basically start with getting a database connection, and we're gonna wait from the pool to make a connection available for us. If this doesn't happen, then we are gonna panic. This is fine since we're only on the application startup, and this function will only run during startup, so we can panic here, no problem. And then if we manage to get the connection, then we will run. Inside here we have the connection, SQLite connection, and we're gonna use this embedded migrations run call along with this connection. If our migrations run successfully and everything is good, we return a rocket. This means that let's take care of this rocket. if we return a rocket, okay, I imported the wrong thing. Sometimes the automatic import doesn't help. It just makes things harder. Or maybe it was the right thing already. I just need to specify a phase, I think. Yeah, and the phase is actually the building phase. Yes. And then, yeah, we'll have a result, and still our result will return this same rocket build. Yeah, no matter if it is success or not, we will always return the rocket. See here, in case we have an OK, we will return the rocket. Otherwise, again, we'll return the rocket. And yeah, in case of an error, we will also print a message, just to give some insight why the migrations failed, by also giving the diesel error in here probably. Yeah, the error handling is not that pretty, but yeah, considering this will only run once on startup, everything is acceptable, let's say. Yeah, and now with this new fairing, we can make sure that whenever our application runs during startup, all the migrations will be run and our database will be up to speed with our changes in code, and yeah, everything is in sync and we don't need to bother more than that. Let's also try to compile it to make sure that everything goes well with the new dependency and yeah, the auto migration generation and running. Yeah, it looks like that everything is well. We got the fairing listed here. So yeah, everything looks good. We are good to try and deploy this.